we know that it's uncomfortable sometimes to wear the mask because one feels that one cannot breathe so well. And after being inside for such a long time, one goes out and would like to really enjoy the fresh air. And so I would like to teach you two practices that come from the yogic tradition that's going to, on the one hand, help you to have more lung capacity to breathe, and on the other hand, feel a bit more comfortable when wearing the mask because you're going to have a little bit more air when you breathe. So the first one, which is to augment our lung capacity and also the strength of our lung muscles, is a practice that's called Pratiloma. And it's done using this mudra, this gesture of the hand, which is one that we use for the alternate breathing or single nostril breathing. And we have the pointer and the middle finger down, and then we work with the thumb and the ring finger in the alternate breathing to close one nostril or the other. But in this one, we are going to close both nostrils, but not totally. Okay, and then you can have your fingers down, or if that's not comfortable, like in the other practice, you can just have these two up here. The important thing is to have available your thumb and your ring finger so that you can close the nostrils and then release the pressure. So for Pratiloma, what we are going to do is use these two fingers to close the nostrils. Like you remember maybe when you were children and you were swimming and you had this little thing so that not so much water got in your nose. It's kind of similar, but we are going to inhale through those barely closed nostrils and then have a pause and then exhale. But we are going to begin, like always we do when we do any breathing practice, with an exhalation by bringing our abdomen in. So we bring the abdomen in and exhale through the nose. Still keep your mouth closed. Now we are going to inhale through the nose. There is a pause, and then we release and exhale. So find what's the rhythm that works for you. Let's keep a hand at the level of the ribs to have the intention of the air to come down and push, making a pause. The pauses are an important part of all this practice. You have to do this at your own pace. If you try to do too much, then you will have to gasp for air, and that's not a good thing. So I'm just kind of showing that after the inhaling there is a pause, but maybe you will get to the pause a little bit earlier, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, you are the master of your body. You are the one that needs to know how to do it. We're going to do only 3 times, but really present and really finding your own rhythm, okay? And in the last one, we are going to hold for a little bit longer within what's comfortable for you, and then exhale. And you can feel how there is like more capacity there, a little bit more capacity. And of course, this is just the beginning. You would have to remember this and practice it several times a day to keep exercising your lung muscles, your pulmonary muscles, because we exercise our arms and our legs and our spine and our core muscles and whatever, but we don't do any kind of practice that helps a little bit the pulmonary muscles, and they eventually from 50 up lose elasticity and lose capacity to come in and come out in that exchange. And so eventually it's a little bit less absorption of the oxygen, and then the whole system starts to slow down more. Of course, you can also regain some of it by being in nature, walking, biking, but many of the things we used to do, like having access to the gym, is not possible now. This is a good practice also to do at home, to be able to keep stimulating your capacity of holding a little bit longer within what's comfortable for you. That's the golden rule. Never force anything, please. Okay, so let's do 3 more of this at your own pace. Enjoy it. Let's play like if we were children, seeing how could it be enjoyable to close our nostrils and still take some air and still feel a little bit the resistance here in the lungs, in the lower part of the lungs, but that feels comfortable. And then letting go. And then again, doing it, finding your own rhythm. Okay, 3 more times. Let's do it. So we start always with an exhale, exhaling through the nose, bringing the abdomen in so that there is this vacuum that's created. And then we are going to inhale. And one last time. And let's just have a little bit of our natural breathing. It might be also that you feel a little bit warmer now. That's okay. It's just that whenever there is retention of breath, there is a possibility of a little bit more heat coming up, and that will eventually cool off. So don't worry. So this is one you may have resonated with it or not. It's there among many of the tools that you are finding in your own search on how to know yourself better, know your body better, stimulate it in different positive ways. What you are also training is when you have the mask and you don't have air, your instinct is to go from breathing through the nose to opening your mouth and breathing through the mouth. And you are trying to stop that and keep your mouth closed and keep inhaling and exhaling. So it has two reasons. One is to increase the resistance here, stimulate the lungs so that they can have a little bit more muscle strength, which we lose as we age. And the other thing is to change that instinctual way of just going to open the mouth. You are trying to keep your mouth closed.